So as you know, we have upgraded to a larger trailer, and now it's time to get organized. What a job. So we're going to begin here in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you some of the organization things that I have done that I feel works the best for us and to be able to find things. So we're going to start here in the pantry. So I love this large pantry. It's definitely something that's new for me. We haven't had one of these in our other trailer. So what I did is I had all of these bins from our other trailer, and so I repurposed them, and now I'm using them in my pantry. So when we get ready to leave, what my goal is that I didn't want to have to spend hours moving things around in order to go anywhere. If we need to, I want my trailer to be ready to go in minutes. And so what I've done is I have a bread box here, so all of my bread and our flour tortillas or whatever you want is in a box. We have our snacks in a box. We have all of our dog food in a box here. I have a couple of extra rolls of paper towels here where we can keep all of the other paper towels outside in one of the other bins, and I just bring in a roll or two when I need them. This is where I have all of my oils. They're in a basket. That way they don't get tipped over and leak and make a big mess everywhere. The other great thing that I did find for the other trailer that I love and I have repurposed all over the place now are these little plastic bins. I got them on Amazon in the home and kitchen department, whatever. Our granola bars. We actually will put that link below so you can find them rather quickly. And they do come in different sizes, so you can get the size that you want that's going to work best for you. I think they came in a set of 8, so it's great. But our protein bars fit perfectly in these. We only have one left. We ate them all. So our protein bars fit perfectly in here, and the whole box will fit in here. And then I also have another one. This is actually the one I use for my potatoes and for my onions. And that way, all your little potato skins here are contained to my little box here, and I can just empty it instead of having all of that stuff in here and having to rearrange it. So these are really super handy, and I'm going to show you everywhere I have used these besides just in the pantry. I do have a couple of them in here. Here's another one right here that is holding my cornbread muffin mix and our pancake mix here. So I use them in several different places. The other thing that I have done here, let me put that away here, is Ziploc bags. So for this Ziploc bag, this was, when I first started out, this was actually, I think 2 or 3 boxes of Ziploc bags. And I got them out of the bag, and I just stuffed them all into 1 gallon size bag and put them right here in my basket. And then these are my gallon size bags in a gallon size bag. And so it just, it makes it so easy that you don't have boxes and boxes of everything. You just have one bag that holds everything nice and neat. And then I have my trash bags for my small bathroom trash can in here also. Easy to find. Super simple. And then you just throw it right back in here and be done with it. Because I have the baskets down here, I am able to put our freezer paper and our foil and our parchment paper right here, and it doesn't move. And of course, Keystone was awfully nice, and they made this perfect to put a 6-pack of water right here and be able to close the door. Thank you, Keystone. So here's another one that I did. My mop here, I love that Bona stuff. So I got a Bona mop, and I put a command strip up here just at the right height that this isn't really hanging on it, but it's enough to prevent it from falling over and hitting me in the head all the time, because I'm very tall here. And so I put a command hook right there just to hold that into place. So that's the pantry. Remember in my other trailer that the Ninja Foodie was on the floor under my bed, and I always was having to crawl over it to get in and out of bed. It has its own home now, and so our Ninja Foodie is now down here in this cupboard, and everything that goes with it is here, and it fits perfectly. It's easy to get in and out, and because it's so heavy, I like that it's on the floor. That way it's not going to cause any damage when we do move and go anywhere. The silverware drawer we had in the other one, it was much larger, but I didn't need that length, so I was able to take off the other two sides and just use this, and our silverware stays all sorted, so I don't have to keep sorting it whenever we go anywhere. So that's really super handy. So make sure you get one of those to help you out with moving that kind of stuff. In this cupboard here...
Wait, what do you get going on down there? Oh, it's your vertically challenged assistant.
It's my
I see.
Stool. See how great it is? A stool is a great thing, especially for things like this. So I don't have to say, Gordon, hey, would you please get this for me? I can just get my own stool. The nice thing about this stool, though, is when we do get ready to go someplace, check this out. You fold it up. It goes right here, and it's not going to damage anything, and it's out of the way. So if you have, you know, other people over or whatever, you don't have to worry about taking up a lot of space. So up here, when we get ready to move, we do have the pressure rods that we're going to use to hold things in place where they belong. But I also have this thing, and I'd like to find more. But you open it up and you put your glasses in each of the holes. It keeps your glasses from breaking, clicking together, falling all over the place. And it fits right in here around the glasses. So I need to get a couple of more of these things to use here too. We do have another pressure rod back here that I'll use here to keep this stuff here for this basket. In this basket, I just have the little odds and ends. It's like, okay, I'm not sure where I want to put this. You know, we have our salad dressing holder, you know, the very important wine bottle opener, my little wine bottle corks. After you open a bottle, you want to cork it, and the teaspoons for baking and stuff. Just that little stuff that you're not sure what to do with. I just have that in here, and I just place it right here, and it's out of the way, and it just looks nice to have that here. And then we have our chicken, hoodoo chicken cups that, I don't know, I just don't like drinking out of aluminum, so I use them more for decoration. So that's how I've organized all of this. We do use paper plates occasionally, so I just keep them right on top of my other plates. So that's how I have organized this stuff here. This is probably going to take me the most time to get ready to go anywhere, just because it's kind of free, open when we're not moving. So I'll have to spend more. But if you only have a couple of things that you spend a little time on, then it's not so much everywhere else.
Well, I know we talked about getting a couple of smaller buckets at some point in time too, to set up there.
Yeah.
That you can just set the plates in, and you can put your glass organizer inside the bucket and put your glasses on the inside of that, and that will help keep them contained as well.
So I'm still looking for that perfect bucket to do so with. What would be really nice, and I have to really look for it, I haven't spent too much time to do it, is if you could find a bucket that you can actually just put the glasses in that already has those spacers. So if anybody knows about any of that, let me know, because I'm still looking for something like that.
Yeah, leave us a comment if you found some sort of really cool organization for real glasses of different sizes, of course, because we've got our wine glasses, whiskey glasses, and some beer glasses up there.
I can't tell you how many times that we've stopped someplace, and that's why I just go to Walmart and I get 97-cent wine glasses, because I've broke so many of just the bases off. from moving around. So.
But somebody doesn't like drinking wine out of a plastic glass.
No, I prefer glass. Thank you anyways. All right, we're gonna move over here to the refrigerator now, and just the other day I got this really super great thermometer in. I'm a temperature person. I always like to know what the temperature is. So I got one from my refrigerator. The top one, my refrigerator right now is 28. It's been as high as 34 and as low as 25. So as you know, that these just go up and down however often you open it and close it or whatever. Right now my freezer is at 3 degrees. It's been up to 14, and 3 is the coldest. So in the refrigerator, I have my thermometer gauge right here.
It's a wireless gauge.
Yeah.
So you don't have to run any wires. You just cook some batteries in there. And we've been moving it around the inside of the refrigerator a little bit, just to check on the temperature in the different zones of the refrigerator.
Right.
To make sure it's cooling fairly efficiently.
So here again are some of the other plastic containers that I use. Watermelon. These hold guacamole. You can go to Costco and you can buy guacamole, and the whole container of guacamole fits right into this clear basket, the bin here. And again, this is the same one that I have a couple of them in the pantry that I got off of Amazon, and we can put that link in also. Again, that way you can find them even easier, because I use them for everything. So I have that. I have our bouillon in here. Chicken and beef is in one. It just, the more you can put into a container, the less you have to try to figure out how to move things around when you get ready to go someplace. If you live in an area where you may have to leave in a split second because there's a hurricane coming in or a tornado coming in, you don't want to have to worry about this kind of stuff. Just be ready to go.
Or the fires like we left in Alaska last year.
Right.
We had to pack everything up and leave Alaska because of the fires.
Yeah. We had a fire come in, and within 2 hours we were like getting to the point of evacuation. It's just like, just be ready to go. Right now, with the exception of this closet up here, I'm pretty much ready to go. And I like to I just want to live that way. So we do that. Up here in the freezer, I have my my thermometer gauge right here. The vent for the...
It almost looks like you need your stool again.
Please! Be nice. So Gordon's tater tots, his favorite. And organization, freezer's a freezer, right? So, but when I do get ready to go, I'll probably put as much as I can down on the bottom shelf, just to keep it from falling all over the place. So my blueberries, my drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna move over here to this section here. Yes, I need my stool for this section here. Again, Keystone was really nice and put my little step here to where I could just quickly reach my frying pans. But if I'm gonna do a little bit more than just a quick frying pan, I do like to have my stool. So in the spice cabinet here, again, I have another clear plastic container that holds the spices that we use the most. Easy to take in and out. If Gordon wants to take the whole thing out to the grill, not knowing what he's going to need or whatever, he can take what he uses the most. It's right here. And then around it, I have either extras where I can refill these, or we have the larger ones that doesn't fit in there. That's easier to find because they're larger and they're in the back.
And then when you put that plastic container that holds our most used ones in there,
everything is secure.
Everything kind of fits behind it and keeps it locked in place,
and is
so
ready
it doesn't
to go.
bounce around.
And again, is really ready to just drive out of here if we needed to. I don't have to worry about this cabinet when I'm packing up stuff to go, because it's all right here. I am still looking for another bin for my baking items up here. Right now they're just kind of stuffed up here, but this is also stuff that if it falls, it's not going to really go anywhere. Your brown sugar's heavy. your flowers and stuff like that. It's really not going to go anywhere, but I do want to organize it a little bit better. I just haven't found that bin yet. I'm looking for 1 or 2 different bins that I want to put up here. Maybe I might even find something that I can stack on top of each other to give me a little bit more storage, because you have all of this empty space. So I'm going to look for something like that. I just haven't found that perfect thing yet for myself.
Well, we've been in a trailer for a whole 2 weeks. I can't believe you haven't got this thing completely organized yet.
I'll get there. I'll get there. And up above here, I have my fry pans. All of these shelves, I have used I think the brand is Gorilla. I got it off of Amazon. It's a shelf paper.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna help you out just a little bit.
I'm getting there.
I know, but
I'm getting there.
With the vertical challenge that you have.
So in all of my shelves, I took this Gorilla paper, which is that non-slip stuff. Well, I usually used dish towels to separate my pans with, so they didn't rub against each other when we were going down the road. So I just took some of the shelf paper and I put it in between all of the frying pans, so now it's not going to scratch my frying pans. Nothing worse than cooking on a frying pan that has scratches and then everything sticks to it. So I just use some of that shelf paper, and I can just put it right back up there and not have to worry about any of that kind of stuff either. So under the sink here, I wanted to make sure, because this is your water area, that I really wanted to make sure that everything was completely protected from water. So my side squirrel, awesome stuff for a quick wash. So I used these in my other trailer as remote control holders, but I repurposed it for under my sink. I had gotten some heavier duty, really water resistant paper for the bathroom, because again, water. And so I put some in here. I lined the whole shelf here for my soap and for my vegetable scrubber and my fry pan scrubber, because these things always seem to go back in here wet. I really wanted to make sure that I protected everything so it didn't get wet. Your bottom of your soap can be icky, so that is protected too. In this basket here is my well-used cleaning products and my trash bags. And so whatever you use, whatever cleaning products you like, are in here. A little scrub brush for cleaning the sink or whatever you need to clean is in here. I put down the shelf paper here to make sure that it's protected. And the nice thing is that my trash cans are right here. So my trash bags are right here, right next to the trash can. So it's just very convenient to fill up your empty your trash can and put a new bag in it, so you don't have to worry about that. And so everything is just in a basket. You can either take the basket out and go clean whatever, or it's just at least organized and easy to get to in here. So that is pretty much all I have for the kitchen. I think we're going to go and move into the living room and see what I've done in there and how to better organize things there too. So I have these mixed tiles. These are really nice. They're really, really super lightweight. You can pick whatever you want for it. The company is called mixedtiles.com, and they have several different options for your frames, and they just stick to the wall. I had them on the other trailer. I removed them. No damage to that wall. Remember, we had painted that wall. No damage to the wall. I've had them on the other side of the trailer, and then I moved them over here, and still they stick and no damage to the walls. So these are a great way to have your favorite photos in your trailer, and they are safe and secure, and they're not going to hurt your wall.
We traveled all the way down the Alcan, guys, with those on the wall of our other trailer.
And they never fell.
Not a single one fell down.
If it can pass the Alcan test, it must be good.
And we'll make sure to put a link in the description down below too.
Yes.
That way it'll be easy for you to find them.
Because mixed tiles is a wonderful thing. My daughter introduced me to that. The other thing we have here is we found this metal art in Talkeetna, Alaska, and we absolutely loved it, and we didn't want to part with it when we left our house.
I'm going to come over and give you guys a quick shot of that.
And so what I did is I took 3 command hooks and I hooked them into 3 different areas of the art, and it's easy. I can just take it off of the wall and set it someplace secure, and then put it back on the wall when we get someplace. That way it doesn't fall and it doesn't damage anything, because it's not really light, but it's not really heavy either. And command strips, of course, is not going to damage anything on your wall. So that's a really nice way to hang something if you're not sure how to hang it and you don't want to put holes in your wall. Command strips. Can't say it enough. Command strips for everything. So over here this is probably our most organized cabinet here. Remember I talked about those clear plastic bins? Oh yeah, I have another one in here. And in here we have headphones. And we have external hard drives. We have our walkie-talkies for helping to back up. We have computer cords. We have plug-ins to charge your phones with. You name it, it's in here. Boy, do they hold a lot. So another one of the set of 8 that I had gotten, and like I said, I have used them. They're everywhere. I might even buy more. So I have that in here. The other thing that we did was when we were trying to find the perfect way to carry our camera gear with us, we got fishing tackle boxes. They're nice and secure. They don't break. They're waterproof. They fit right into our backpack, and they hold your camera gear. This one here is for my microphone. This one here we have some of our drone extra stuff in here, and our memory chips and stuff like that in here. So tackle boxes, cheap, hardy. They work great. The other thing, if you remember, well, let's do this one here. So the best gift I have ever received for my kids was this vacuum cleaner.
Okay, I want to say something. She's claiming the best gift she ever got from her kids on her birthday.
For my birthday.
Was a vacuum cleaner. Gotta love it.
I love it. I love it. This is the best vacuum cleaner, and I think every trailer needs a small handheld vacuum cleaner. And it doesn't matter what brand you buy. This one just happens to be a Dyson. And this will not ride here, of course, because it's right by the slider, but it's a great place to store it. You hook it up, you vacuum. It literally takes me like 10 minutes to vacuum the whole entire trailer. I can do bare floors and carpets with it, and then you just tear it apart and you store it right back where it came from. Easy peasy, done. And in here I also have its extra little parts and the plug to charge it with, and I probably can clean the trailer, I don't know, 3 or 4 times before I have to charge it. So really super easy, very small. Remember when we're getting ready to leave Alaska, and I did not want to part with all of my DVDs. This holds 400 DVDs. We probably have 15 spaces open before it's full.
Somebody likes their movies.
But we watch movies a lot, and we're going to be in places where we don't have Wi-Fi. We won't be able to stream on Netflix or whatever. We at least have a movie that we can pull out and watch. And they're all right here. Just get rid of those cases and throw them in here.
Unzip that and show what it looks like.
So there are 400 DVDs, and that's what they look like. I do kind of have them categorized, you know, like my Disney movies and your dramas and your actions and Star Wars, and I tried to keep all of the
try to keep all the kind of genres together.
yeah, you know, like you have all the Transformers,
the
series. That's what I was looking for. The series. You have all your series. I kept all the series together. But this is what 400 DVDs look like, and so this was just a great way to be able to keep years of DVDs.
We'll put a link for that in the description as well, because they come in different sizes, so you could order something. If you only have maybe 100 or 200, you can order something like that
much smaller
for what you need.
And again, I got this off of Amazon before we left Alaska, when I was trying to organize and decide what I was going to take with us on the road. And so that's the way to take your DVDs. What I do like about one of the reasons why I decided on this trailer is because this is on the floor, and I don't have to worry about weight being up above and something breaking. So I really like that this can just sit right on the floor, and I don't have to worry about how much this thing weighs, because it's heavy. All right, I think that's pretty much all I have for the living room. That's just Sky's hairbrushes and, you know, little things.
Dog toys.
Dog toys, you know, just so there's not much in there. The cabinet is still pretty much empty. So.
And you were going to talk about the
couches. So these couches open up to, I guess, about a queen size bed. And our other trailer had a queen size bed in it, so I have all of the sheets and the blankets and stuff for a queen size. So what I did is, I didn't want to get rid of them, of course, so I just took those suction bags that you can get, like the Ziploc ones or whatever other brands there are out there, and I put all of my sheets and my blankets in those air sealed bags, and I put them into a container, and they are in one of the outside storage boxes. So when we have visitors, it's super easy to get to. It will stay fresh. Put your dryer sheet in there before you suck all the air out of it, and then you just throw it in your box. And so I can just bring that box in. I can make up the bed for our guests, and then when they're done and they leave, I can put it right back in there, and that way I don't have to buy all new bedding. So now into the bathroom. So as you all know, trailers do not come with a place to put your toilet paper. Command strips and a ribbon is what works for us. So you can take one off, change your toilet paper roll, you just put your toilet paper roll back on, and hang your ribbon. And now your toilet paper. And you can hang this wherever it's convenient for you. I've seen some people put them on the inside of your door here, but wherever is best for you. This is what works best for us. So remember I told you, clear, here's my makeup in another clear bin, and it just sits right in the drawer here, and then I just took the rest of the stuff and filled around it, so everything is basically secure. I don't have to worry about any of that. It's there, it's organized, I can see what it is, and I can get what I need as quickly as possible. The other thing that I have done, and I've done this for years, is cords on your curling iron, your hair dryer, or whatever. I just use a hair tie, and I tie up my cord so I don't have a big mess, and I just put it in the drawer right down here, and it is very easy to be able to pull it out, and you don't have this big wad of cords everywhere. So tie your cords up nice and neat, simple, something like that. I also found, I don't remember where I got it, but I got like a gift box that had stuff in it. But these little gadgets here, I just have a little box of hair ties and a box of bobby pins and these little hair clippies. So individual little boxes, and you can just find storage boxes that will come with these little things, and you know, it just keeps things nice and neat. So I have that. I think one of the biggest things that I learned, and I thought it was probably, at first I was like, I don't get it. And then I got it. So we have hung our towels in the shower after seeing it on changing lanes. Because I was like, why would you put your towels in the shower then and get it wet? But because the walls in the shower are made for wet, if you hang your wet towels in here, you're not going to have to worry about damaging your wall or anything like that. And where else are you really going to hang it besides on a wall that is going to get damaged? So we used command strips again, and we hung our towels here in the shower to protect our walls, to make sure that everything stays safe and we don't have any water damage and stuff like that. Command strip on this here. Now what I did find, because these windows are bumpy, is I did not follow the instruction on command strip, and I actually put my tape on first so I could really get it into the grooves in order for it to stay on. Then I put the backer on it, and then I put the hook back on, because if you don't get it into these grooves, it's not going to stay. So make sure that you do it without following the instructions on how to hang a command hook. So that's pretty much all for the the bathroom. Sorry.
Not done yet.
I have figured out a way, with the help of Gordon, of course, to clean my bathroom rails. So I took a sponge and I cut slits in it. I cut the sponge in half. So this is actually one sponge. I cut it in half, and I put one on one end and I put one on the other end. And because you have these holes here of where the water is supposed to escape, I just bring it to the center, which makes the water come out here, and then you can just get up all your dirt. I have long hair. My hair is everywhere, and including in these tracks, and I just needed a way to be able to get it out of there easier.
Look, Sky wanted to see what you're doing.
So Sky's going to come help. So that's how I clean my rails.
No, we don't leave them stored there.
No, I don't leave them stored there. So, but that's how I clean the rails, to make sure that those stay clean, because they get pretty gross if you don't clean them periodically. So in the bedroom here, I'm going to start in the closet. The closet, as you know, is usually just one big space, and it was one big space when we bought it. And so I repurposed again a lot of the boxes and storage ideas that I had from our last trailer. So in our closet here, we have all of these bins, and we have them this way now, and we have whatever we want to in it: shirts, t-shirts, hats, gloves, whatever. When we get ready to move, they still fit perfectly just like that, and they're not going to go anywhere. You get where you're going, you can just tilt it back like that, and now you don't have to worry about refolding or any of that type of stuff that you have to do. We also got these felt hangers from Costco. Gordon hates them, but he's using them because your clothes do not fall off of them, and they're lighter weight, and they're smaller than the plastic ones. He still has a few plastic ones, but they're smaller than the plastic, and you can actually get more clothes into your closet by using those. And you're not going to pick up your shirts off of the floor whenever you get to where you're going. So that's our closet, and you know, we have the whole entire thing. The shelf here is all packed in here with these, but it's easy to just twist them and put them back up however you need to, and they're not going to go side to side because they're full from one end to the other end, and because there's the other end right down there, and it goes all the way. So, and you can just tilt all of them up and nothing's going to fall out. The other thing I did is, we all have jewelry, especially, you know, for us women, and we don't want to have to part with that kind of stuff just because you're going full-time in an RV. I have this box. I got it from Michael's for $5. It's got a magnet on it, and on Amazon again, and we can look at the link, put the link in for you for your jewelry holder here. this thing here has been fantastic. It's got Velcro on it, and I have two necklaces here that are kind of out here by themselves. But it's got snaps to where you can put your jewelry in it. It will hold like that. And then when you are done with whatever you are needing, you just fold it up. Fold it however size you want it. It will fit in a drawer. It will fit in a box. It will fit in whatever you want it to fit in. And you can take all of your jewelry with you, and it stays nice and safe. I also found these. I've had these for a couple of years, but again, I did get them off of Amazon. They're just little compartments that you can use for anything. Beads.
Yeah, didn't they usually market those for like people who are crafters and do beadwork and stuff?
Beadwork. Shoot, if you're a fisherman, you want to put your little flies in there. I'm sure that your flies will fit in there too. But I just put my earrings in here, and so all my earrings are in one pair in each little hole, each little box there, and they just keep them nice and separate. That way, you don't have to. They don't get all messed up, and you can always find a set pretty quickly instead of having to go through everything and trying to find that one earring that you can't find. And it fits right here in this box, and that's my jewelry, so I can take it with me, and when we move, I'll just put it underneath the bed, and that way it will be safe under the bed. When it's not under the bed, it's still pretty enough to sit out and not be in the way. We found these at Costco. These are really, really super great. Laundry baskets. It comes I think it was like $13 at Costco. So it was really nice. Really makes your life simple to go to the laundromat by having these. And when you're not using them, they store really small. I put this one right behind the door, and then I can just go to the laundromat with all my clothes in it. I throw my soap in there, and then when I'm done, I'm done. So that's really nice. And they've got this nice handle on it, so it's easy to carry, and it's just so easy. Anything that you can do to make your life easier is worth the money that you spend on it. So last but not least, probably one of the most important things that everybody really needs to consider is a first aid kit. I was trying to find a way to get my first aid kit of everything that we needed without having it everywhere or too much. You know, you always have things that you don't really need. So I had this bucket. We were actually using it out in the garage for something else. And I just put all of our, you overstuff your Band-Aids into one box because more than 20 fit in a box. And so we have that. We have one of these little blankets if you get frostbite or whatever, type of thing. We have tourniquets. Gordon was kind enough to supply these mini tourniquets from his days over in Iraq. So we have tourniquets. My favorite, burn gel. I'm always burning myself. Burn gel for those burns.
Which is why I end up doing more cooking.
So I don't burn myself.
Exactly.
Thank you, honey. That's so sweet of you. Your Neosporin, your thermometer. Everybody needs chapstick every once in a while. Just those things that are important that you may need. If somebody gets cut, you're going to need some gauze pads. Take them out of the box. You don't need all of those boxes. And that way they will all fit in here. These are those alcohol swabs. Just little pads that you can just take out. Single-use things. Benadryl. I'm sure that this will expire. Oh, sorry. It's already expired. But they say medications still work just fine, even after expiration. So just take everything out of your boxes. You don't need boxes. Put them in a bag. It takes up a lot less room. So this is our first aid kit, and as you can see, the size of it, you can just take it and go wherever you need to go. You're not going to be limited to taking a box here and then forgetting something. So in our hallway here, we wanted to make sure that we could always get to Sky's leash quickly, you know, and we didn't want it laying all over the floor or whatever. Command strips, again, so Gordon has a hat for when it's raining and he needs to keep the rain off of his glasses or his head. Sky's leash, and Sky say, oh, me too, I want to go. She knows where to go. She sits right here on this step and waits for her leash to be put on. Shoes. Everybody has a problem with shoes at the front door, making sure that they get put away or whatever. So we found this little box, $8 at Walmart. Nice and sturdy box. Just ask Gordon's toe how sturdy this box is. And you just put your shoes in it. Of course, it's not going to hold every pair of shoes that you have, but these are just like your quick shoes. You know, I got to take the dog out shoes, or, you know, whatever, Gordon's work shoes. So get yourself a box and put it right at the front door. This carpet, we found this carpet at Costco. It's probably one of the best carpets that I've had in a trailer. It is indoor-outdoor carpet, and on the directions, it says that it holds the dirt. It really does. So I just use my vacuum cleaner on it, or you can just shake it outside, and the dirt that comes in off of your shoes really does stay in this carpet. And if your feet are tired, you take your shoes and your socks off, and it's like a massage. So you can massage your feet too. It's really super cool. And the last thing is everybody's got keys everywhere. This again is from Command. So it's just Command stuck up there, and it holds all of our keys. And of course, when you get ready to go someplace, you just take them down and throw them into a drawer, because they're never going to stay up here. But they're organized, easy to find when you're stationary. And so I think that's pretty much all I have as far as organization in our trailer. And I hope that some of this will help you organize your trailer and get it to where you need to be. And of course, if you see anything that might make my life easier, just leave me a comment, because I'm always open to suggestions. Thank you for staying with me on how to organize a trailer. So remember earlier when I said, when you get something in your mind and you're like, well, I really need this because this would be easier. Well, after we did the video earlier, we went to Costco, and guess what I found? We found a box that had the cardboard in it that wine came in. So it gave me a reason, one, to buy a bottle of wine, and two, look how perfect it works in one of my baskets to hold my glasses, and it was free. Oh yeah, I had to buy the bottle of wine to go with it. So that was perfect. So now I can put this basket right up into my glasses, into this cupboard here when we get ready to travel, and I hopefully will not have any broken glasses. So this was perfect. So if you need something to separate your glasses, just go to Costco or a liquor store or anywhere that has these type of things and ask them for a box, because it's free. They're just going to get rid of it anyways. And so that way we can just repurpose it, recycle it, and it works out great.